than wander in willy-nilly. I decided it would be better to smoke that sumbitch out. "Hey, Reed!" I shouted. "No wonder you're so ornery. Can't be easy being married to Belle Starr. While you're off providing for the family, she's spreading her legs for every Tom, Dick, and Cole Younger. Not an attractive woman exactly, but very friendly. At least she was to me."
Son of a bitch!
It worked.
It was then that the last bunch of bandits jumped out of hiding.
Why won't this asshole give up?
Would someone please kill him?
What's he trying to prove? It's almost as good as me.
Eventually, it was just me and Reed. I had waited a long time to face him down, so I could repay him for what he did to my brothers.
I think I may have screwed up on the speed part.
And repay him I did. Well, I don't know about you boys, but I'm pretty beat.
Well, it's too damn bad you never found that Bob character. Seems a shame you never had to pay.
Well, funny thing about that, I did have one more chance at him. Six months ago, I heard that Butch and Sundance were back in the States and had gathered up some of their old gang. I tracked them down, hoping that Roscoe Bob Bryant had returned with them.
So you're saying they didn't die down in Bolivia?
That's what I'm saying.
Bullshit, but we'll go with it.
For 40 years I had waited to get my hands on the last of my brother's killers. Not even an army of demons could have stopped me now. Both Johnny Ringo and Jim Reed fell fairly quickly. But the last one, Roscoe Bob Bryant, that son of a bitch had managed to escape my vengeance time and time again.
Booyah. Dynamite looting. Pretty useless skill, but whatever. Alright, just this, and we finally unlocked everything.
I couldn't even be certain I'd recognize him after all those years. By now, he had to be close to 70.
But for all you know, he could have been dead.
That thought had indeed crossed my mind, as did others. For instance, did my thirst for vengeance turn me into something worse than the man I was after? By this point in my storied career, I had killed more men than Bob Bryant ever had. Nothing could stop me from taking his life. I've been after that killer forever. From the time I rode with Billy the Kid. But that chapter of my story you already know.
Chapter of that fairy tale, you mean?
Suddenly it was 1910. Here I was, an old man roaming a ghost town dead almost 2 decades. The town was falling apart, just like me. But I wasn't about to call it quits. Even though the ghosts of my dead brothers were begging me to end what I started so long ago.
Mr. Greaves, are you all right? Would you like some water?
The Wild Bunch knew I was there. They were after a treasure they had hidden before they fled, buried in the grave of a dead amigo. Some folks think the town is haunted, so they figured there wouldn't be many people poking around. I intended to fill that grave with Bob Bryant's corpse. But like I said, the bandits knew I was on to them. They lured me in and hit me with everything they had.
Kill that old timer! Put that geezer in the ground!
You obviously prevailed since you're sitting here telling us today.
Actually, in that moment, I did not prevail.
So I suppose we're talking to a ghost.
Funny you should put it like that, Jack. Because when I woke up,
From the dead?
there was silence all around me. I could swear to God I saw Billy then.
Billy who?
Billy the Kid. William Bonney. He was shooting at me from a rooftop. Here, there, and even over there.
So I am right. You are titched in the head.
Mr. Greaves, perhaps we should switch you to coffee?
You see that old Indian again, too?
No, but I did see Billy's killer. Patrick Floyd Garrett. He came at me guns a-blazing. But I knew that old war horse had died 2 years before. I wondered if maybe I was dead too and confronting the ghosts of my past. Perhaps all my sins were coming back to haunt me and drag me down to perdition. I saw Henry Plummer throw dynamite at me. In the gates of the cemetery, I saw John Wesley Hardin, just like I remembered him. Robert Ollinger appeared with his terrible double-barrel shotgun. Ghost Army was stopping me.
My father-in-law got hit with a fallen branch. He spent the rest of his life talking to dogs.
Newman Hayes Clanton, William Brocious, John Peters Ringo, they all wanted me dead. The Dalton brothers, Robert and Grant, guardians of the Garden of the Dead. George Curry and Harvey Logan, alias Kid Curry, both thirsty for vengeance from the great beyond. Jesse, Woodson, James, and Jim Reed. Each one deader than the next. I thought I would go crazy.
Thought?
Finally, I saw Harry Alonzo Longabaugh.
The Sundance Kid?
Like a general leading his legion of the dead.
You told us before that you'd seen him alive.
He was alive.
Shit. Oh boy. Come on.
Then I heard a voice call to me from afar. It was Robert Leroy Parker, a.k.a. Butch Cassidy, coming at me from out of the fog.
Thanks for taking care of that bastard.
But the kid wasn't quite deceased. Not yet.
Takes more than one little bullet to kill the likes of me, partner.
Those two looked like they hadn't seen each other for quite a while. Clearly, they were no longer amigos.
Shit. I was hoping I wouldn't have to kill you.
You won't have to, Butch. I'm killing you first.
I asked them about Bob Bryant, but they were too busy with their own heated conversation.
Let me get this shit straight. You want my money and the love of my life?
You frittered it all away, Butch. Edda's mine. So is that damn money.
I didn't want to shoot anybody until I had an answer to my question, but those boys didn't give me much of a choice.
Okay, here's where it gets really interesting, where we got switched between the two of them. So basically, you can only do it when they're staring at you. Shit. Fuck. Shit. We'll lose focus every time they're not looking at us. Alright, we're good. We're fine. I think. I forgot who draws first. Okay. To him.
Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid died there in that cemetery not 6 months ago.
Oh, this is it.
Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid were killed by the Bolivian army. Everybody knows that.
That's the legend, but it ain't the truth.
So, you never found Bob? There is no Bob. This old sumbitch ain't even Silas Greaves.
Sir, is that true? Have you been pulling our legs this whole time?
Well, not the whole time.
Oh man, I think you've worn out your welcome here.
Maybe you're right, Jack. Maybe it's time to pay. You see, Ben, or should I say Bob, your past always catches up with you.
I was a different man back then, crazy. Drinking, I've changed my ways, I swear to you. If I could turn back the clock,
But you can't, Bob.
Alright. So we can either choose to let him go or kill him. Quite frankly, I don't think the ending really changes much, except, you know, either kill him or not, but here's what I think. Okay, Grey Wolf told Silas that revenge would just consume him. His rage would consume him if he continued trying to go after his killers, or his brother's killers. So I don't think it really matters whether it's a good ending or a bad ending, because it's not like it is in this game. There is no good or bad ending. It just depends on what you believe should be the ending of the game. I know I'm basically just a sap. I'm gonna go with redemption.
why'd you toy with me like that? Telling those tales, knowing all along. Why not just lay your cards on the table?
Wanted to suss you out, Bob. See what kind of man you turned out to be. Maybe prod you into drawing on me. See, all those years on your trail turned me into a killer. Can't even remember who I was before you tried to murder me. You, on the other hand, walked that very same path in exactly the opposite direction.
What do you mean by that?
You think your life is worth sparing, Bob? Boy, what's your name again?
It's Eisenhower, sir. Dwight Eisenhower.
What do you plan to do with your life, Dwight Eisenhower?
Tomorrow I'll be leaving for West Point, sir.
So, you want to be a soldier? Well, then do it right, son. Don't tear down the world out of anger and spite like I did. You build it up. You do something decent with your life, you hear me?
Sir? Yes, sir.
I won't have it said I left you with nothing, Bob. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Won't you spare me over till another year?
And that's it. When I originally played this game, I enjoyed the hell out of it. I mean, you can already see that it's got more of an arcadey, style, and you can tell that there are some references to the original Call of Juarez series, not mentioning the modern day version of one, but yeah. It was really interesting, and the graphics it was simple, but it was beautiful. I mean, the environments and stuff were just absolutely mind-boggling. I mean, it's not, in a realistic, way. It's, the art style is more kind of like, what you would expect a comic book to look like if it was made like during the 19th century type of thing. But yeah, I highly recommend this game to anybody who actually gets a chance to maybe get it. As far as I know, it's only on Steam. And if you're lucky, you can probably get it on sale. The last time I've seen it on sale was, I think, a year ago for 75% off. So maybe during the holidays that's coming up pretty soon, they'll have it back to 75%, or hell, maybe they'll have it on 90%. But yeah, also this game doesn't have multiplayer. It does have an arcade mode and the dual mode, which is like the dual modes, except that you gotta like duel all the characters one by one without getting killed once. It's even got a leaderboard and stuff to see, who's got like the best score out of the arcade mode and the duels and stuff. There isn't one for the single player mode, unfortunately. Also, there's also the Nuggets of Truth, which you've probably seen during the loading times. And yeah, the thing is that the Nuggets of Truth are basically like, they're not exactly behind the scenes stuff like into the making of the game. Well, most of it is, but a lot of it is like actual history of the Old West. Like, it has like backgrounds on like Billy the Kid, Butch, Cassidy, and Sundance, John Wesley Hardin, and all those other people.
There are men who fear legends, but a man legends fear. He's a four-hosted reaper, crying bullets for tears. When a drought comes in justice, bullets make good rain. When the heartache has dried up, only blood heals the pain. There's a time for grieving and a time to just pray. There's a time for forgiving, but it's not for today. You can hide sins from the gavel, you can drown them in rum. When silence grease finds you, there's nowhere to run. And time goes too slowly for the gunslinger's eye. Till he's buried his promise, there's no time to cry. There's a time for grieving and a time to just pray. There's a time for forgiving, but it's not for today. There's a time for grieving and a time to just pray. When silence grease finds you, it's a time you must pay. That's a time you must pay.
I did not expect that. But anyway, yeah. I'm glad that I was able to.
Oh, Dale, won't you spare me over till another year?
Okay. But again, yeah, I'm glad that I really was able to play this again. Unfortunately, I'm kind of sad that I didn't manage to unlock all my abilities. Well, I guess that's what you get for not aiming worth shit. Okay. Well, I will see you guys next time. And next time, the thing is that I've been trying to find a horror game for the Halloween season, and unfortunately I didn't find one, but I did find a Halloween-esque game that I will do for the Halloween season. And I think you would pretty much enjoy it, considering the fact that that what this game is based off on, fans of said genre that this game is in will oh boy, I suck at this. Okay, basically this game is based on a movie that everyone is familiar with and loved to death, and basically it's dedicated to people that can use a break after seeing said remake of said movie series that was just so fucking terrible. I think I pretty much gave it away there, but that's next up. The game is considered to be the true sequel to the movie series, and hopefully I will get to see you there next time. Oh, and also, stick around. I'm gonna upload a bonus video of this game that'll show you the nuggets of truth without my commentary. So, in the meantime, I will see you later.